They just they just shut the fire alarm off. It was wailing, like absolutely freaking wailing for the past 10 minutes. And then it got louder and louder, and all the lights were flashing. I had to call in some favors, and they finally shut it off. Holy cow, I thought I was going to have to do it from like the street or a bus stop. AMA activities. I got a bunch of these. These are so good. They're almost like linen quality. I wonder where they get those. I would buy those for the house. Those are just boss. Bruh. Someone is in our usual seat over there. They're milking, I don't know. I think dude's got like a drink with an umbrella in it or something. Oh look, I got half the reflection correct. Let me see if I can figure that out. Ta 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 ta. Oh, no way. Let's see how symmetrical so we can get it. So for those of you who don't know or weren't around last night, apparently, there we go. Yeah, get out of, if you're gonna drink a drink with a friggin' umbrella in it. You belong over at, what's a place? Either Martha Stewart's or Vanderpump's. Yeah, go to Vanderpump's and drink drinks with umbrellas. And sit down here with an old-fashioned, a Manhattan, a single malt, Come on now. But for those of you who weren't around last night, apparently, internet has been restored to Las Vegas, at least my internet, so I'm excited. I'm really, really excited. So, I felt like it was almost exactly 2 weeks that I've been tethered to having to, stay on the Wi-Fi and not be able to walk out in the street. But last night, did a test run, and apparently good. And remind me when we leave to walk outside, and we'll do another test run. I want to make sure that it wasn't just like a fluke or a test or something or a psych. Alright, so let's build our coffee here, and then I'll say hellos to everyone. Hello, coffee. Hello, mountain of sugar. She says to me, is that enough? I was like, yeah, it'll do. Might have to take it home. Like Grandma used to do, but I don't have any Ziplocs with me. That's beautiful. That's a mountain of sugar. Alright, let's start out with one big freaking lump. I am so happy the internet is back. Oh my god, look at that. Look at the focus capabilities. That's just boss. Alright. Let's put 4 lumps. Why'd they call it lumps? Who came up with that? Give me a freaking lump. Who came up with it? I always love researching where expressions came from. Like a lump of sugar. Is that a lump? I guess so. I don't know. A lump on a log. A lunkhead. I know where things like the whole 9 yards came from. Do you guys know where the whole 9 yards came from? Because 50 caliber pew-pews that were mounted on P-51s during WW2 were exactly, the belts were exactly 9 yards long, 27 feet. So they were like, I gave that Stuka. Nah, they weren't shooting at Stukas back then. They gave that whole B-109 the whole 9 yards. What'd you do? I gave him the whole 9 yards. I wasn't playing. I just mashed that trigger, bro. Gave him the whole 9 yards. And we still use that to this day. Whole 9 yards. But little do people know, they're discussing pew-pew activity. This coffee is nice and hot. Yeah, these are boulders. These are, it must be a fresh box. It's not all like the busted up ones in the bottom. But it is AMA day, and I am absolutely freaking psyched. Psyched. Alright, it's not dissolving. It was hot a little while ago. Alright, let's continue to play with it at least. At least the milk they heated up. Oh, look at that. Look at that. all foamy and barista-like. All right, let's make a cat or a Christmas tree. Oh, a mushroom cloud, a mushroom tip. There we go. I'm your barista now. It's a mushroom tip. Gotta cover that up. Or is that like a... Yeah, no, that's like that's a nuke. Hold on. No, it looks like a mushroom tip now. We don't have a mushroom tip. Let me make it more nuclear. There we go. Kaboom! That's like one of the ones from Terminator, when she was standing at the fence looking at all the kids play, and then that happened. Boom! Or that's what tourists used to pay to go see out in the desert over here. I wonder if they ever tested those people to see if they're healthy or not. Damn, this table's so far away. I'm like sitting on the edge. Hold on, let me push this thing. Rah. Put out. Holy shit, this table's like 300 pounds. Dudes are still nursing their Bloody Marys or whatever they're drinking, pina coladas. All right, let's see if we're good. I don't want to mess that up. That looks too cool. Bam. Oppenheimer. I got to see that movie. Yeah, let's take one final look at my mushroom cloud. And let's drink it. Let's see what's up. Blah. Yeah, or something else. Oh, mushroom tip. That's code word for something else. Yeah, the tree, it could be the tree of life, too. It could be, you never know. All right, one more blanc. Blanc, whoa. All right. I'm all set. It is beautiful out. It was like 65 degrees when I got here. I was psyched. All right, coffee, and then we'll jump right into it. I'm telling you, it's the best coffee on the strip. Better than the brand names, better than all that shit. I should do a short. I should give them a bunch of love and do a short for them, you know? Be like, best freaking coffee in town. It honestly is. I mean, the Win coffee is a close second only because it has like 5 times the amount of caffeine. They must put like, you know, I mean, they probably have like cubes like this, except they're pharmaceutical caffeine, and they drop them in the coffee. You just like, you drink one for like 2 days. It's kind of crazy. And you could, like, if you look down, you can see your shirt moving like this, because your heart is like beating out of your chest. But in terms of flavor and strength, all day long, True Bar. Mary Leathers with the 10 banana rhymes kicking off super chat. Thank you very much. Did I say the people who were kayaking in Death Valley? Yeah, that was weird. Like, where did that come from? I got up yesterday morning and there was no snow on the mountains whatsoever. So I guess it melted down both sides and filled it up. But people was out there, like, they say it's like a once in a lifetime opportunity to go kayaking. I think they call it Lake Mark or something like that. Go kayaking in Death Valley. And they were kind of like bundled up and shit. Okay, I'm gonna say hello to a few people. Yeah, that coffee is just, yeah, I mean, you'll just be partying all night long. No holds barred. You drink 2 of them, yeah, you're just like lit up like a Christmas tree. Uh-oh, they're gonna have companions any second. No, stay over there, 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 stay over there. All right, good. I willed them. I willed them to stay over there. All right, let's say hello to Janice, Mary, Val Marie, Tom Mac, Maria, Joe Q, Sony, N90, Don A, Jim Wolf. Oh, Jim, that's a great question. Remind me of that once we get started. That is a great question, a Plan B question. Tom Lars, Double Eagle, Maria Cindy, Buster. Did I say Venus? Venus gets a 2 for. No, I'm not gonna eat all that sugar. You know that. I'm gonna put it in my pocket. No, I'm gonna put it in my my knockoff Toomey bag. You know, I went to turn someone on to this. It was like, oh, you know, someone. He's probably here right now. It went like everything else. I bought mine for $25 or $24.99. Maybe I bought it during a black something or other sale, but it's $39 now. It's still a super freaking value, but yeah, they keep like loading up more sugar for me. So I'm not gonna say no. What am I gonna say? Double Eagle. Angie, I want to get everyone, then I'm going to jump into it. Scott, what's happening? The flashing lights are still going on over here. Kevin. Buster. What are they playing, like Wind Beneath My Wings or something? Aaron, that's a good question too. Remind me of that unless I scroll back, because I got to do my intro real quickly. Yeah, they want me. Yeah, Dan. I mean, they just want you alert. They don't want you like, oh, I think I'll go back to the room now. Rest my head. All right, I think we're all caught up. So I think it's time for me to say, Bror Fredrik coming at you live from Las Vegas with another AMA, and I'm going to invite you to like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell button to get notified when I do this again, which is at least, well, not the AMA, but everything else, 5 times a week. Again, if you want to support the channel, you can click on all the links down there. Don't forget my Amazon links. If you do start your shopping there or buy something that I happen to have in there, I do get a %. So, you know, just know. So if you spend like $100, I get $1. So I spend a lot of money. If you spend $400, you cover my coffee. That's cool. And don't forget 2 things. Bror Nation Get Together 2024 is coming up. There is a whole video discussing it and a link to sign up in the description, as well as a link to sign up to my own personal streaming platform, which is coming in about a week and a half, maybe 2 on the outside. Bror Fredrik, Raw and Uncensored, my own streaming platform, has been engaged. If you want to sign up to get notified when it goes live, there's a link for that in the description too. Let me shut off these. I got a commercial already. We're only 15 minutes in. They were like, bam, they hit me with some dumbass commercial. All right, let me get all the messages going. Okay, AMA Day. Here's the rules. Those of you who are not new, already know them, probably could recite them better than me, but they are. Let's see, you can ask me anything. If I feel it's too personal, maybe I'll dance around it, but I'll still give you an answer. Super chat questions always get answered. Everything else, as I see fit, if it catches my eye, if I think it'd be a good conversation to jumping off point, I'll answer those too, of course. Don't be offended if I don't answer your question, because I don't see them all. They fly by kind of quickly, you know. Let's see. I will not divulge such information as date of birth, social security number, home address, driver's license number, or credit card number. I think I covered everything. Other than that, how about it? Alright, I gotta do some tuning over here. Alright, so there was 2 questions that I saw that caught my eye already. Then I'm gonna have to scroll back. Where are we having coffee? I should know. Oh, at True Bar. True Food, True Bar. Like, True Food is the restaurant across from True Bar over here. It's just the best coffee in town. I mean, it honestly is. You know, and I'm just like more fun when I'm highly caffeinated than not. All right, there was a question. Let's see. Yeah, we need some swamp cleanage. I'm not gonna argue with that. This city turns anything into it. Yeah, that's true. All right, hold on. What was that question? What was that? Imagine that mushroom clouds and mushroom tips were like a form of entertainment. You could pay to go watch, you know, a nuke blow up in the desert out here. That's nuts. And I wonder what happened to those. They used to give them the goggles, the dark goggles and everything, but I went to the test ground, and it's like, all right, turn around and left. I mean, there was a little placard that said, you know, this is where they used to test crap, and, you know, you look out and it's just like nothing. And, you know, you see some shimmers, maybe that's like neutrons or something, who knows, but, you know, it was kind of boring, to be honest. You know, maybe if they let you, like, blow some shit up, some, like, tannerite or something, it'd be fun, but don't waste your time going there. There's like nothing to see. Yeah, I need some barista training. Let's see. There was a question. There was a question. What was that question? I think it was. Let's see. I'm gonna try to find it. But there is a question I do have to answer from someone who asked via email. Because they never get to watch, I feel like this is all up on the grill. They never get to watch a live stream, so they emailed me the question. And the question was, would I rather be, chick's over there, adjusting his man bun. She's like this, and she's combing it out, and twisting it, and getting those little female bungee things or whatever, making them all pretty. Be it for me to judge, just saying. All right, and that question was, would I rather love or be loved? And I thought about that for a while. Well, is it more important to me, or which would I favor? If I had to choose between one or the two, I think that's the gist of the question. If I could only choose between one or the other, to be loved or loved, what would I choose? I thought about that because I had like a week to think about it, and then I shut it off. That way I didn't overthink it. And then I'm just like many other things in my life, I would prefer to be loved. You know, I mean, that's just my nature. You know, I mean, I given a choice between the two. Now I will reciprocate. Now that's just not. I don't think the question was in regard to. You know, maybe romantic, maybe not, doesn't matter, because, you know, I gotta love everyone, you know? I gotta love my dog, if I had a dog. But I think I would prefer to, I think I function at a higher level, being loved, you know? That doesn't say, like, that doesn't mean I'm cold, I can turn it off, and if you love me, you know, you're just gonna get nothing in return. That's not what it is, but given a choice between the two, I would want to be the one who is the recipient rather than the giver. That's just my nature, and that goes across the board in a lot of different things, you know? Almost like the other question, would you rather be loved or respected? And I would choose respected 99 times out of 100, you know? I would prefer to be, because love is a weird thing, especially in a guy's mind, you know, ladies, listening. The way a guy's mind works is, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. That doesn't resonate when your woman says, I love you. I mean, it resonates more when dudes say it to each other, because it's, you know, you're stepping way out of your comfort zone to end a phone call with, like, love you, bro, click, you know? But when a woman says it, it's similar to like when a guy tells a woman she's hot. You know, she doesn't even know she's hot until, well, whatever. I'm getting off the topic here. We need action. We don't feel a person's, especially a woman's love, until we see the corresponding action that goes with it. A woman could tell us that she loves us till the cows come home. Every morning when we wake up, on the way out the door, when we come home after a hard day, I love you, I love you. Send 5 texts a day, I love you, I love you. That's nice, but it doesn't equate to actions. Men judge love by actions. Does she bust my balls? Does she, does she give, like when I walk in the door, does she let me breathe and take my shoes off before she hits me with, the dishwasher's effed up, little Johnny got expelled from school, she let me come in the door before all that happens, how does she express her love? What are the actions that she takes to show that she loves me versus the words? Because words are just that, they're words, words come and go, but it's the actions that, make the difference. How does she treat you? Does she know when to back off? Does she know when to lean in? Does she say yes when you hey, you going out with that? Oh, you don't like it? I'll go change. She loves you. She's like, but all the other women are wearing this shit, all the other women are wearing tights to the office. But I love you. See ya. As I disrespect you. So, kiss on the cheek on the way out the door, it's actions. So to be loved, love to me is a verb. So if that person was verbing me with love, yeah, that would be absolutely freaking awesome. My life would be amazing, Versus being the love and not having it reciprocated. Like, I could love human beings as a whole, but how often is it reciprocated? So that's probably my answer. I prefer to be the one who is loved. Like, okay, all right, fellas, here's another one for you. I'll put a question out into the world and see how that gets answered. Would you rather be attracted to someone or have someone attracted to you? If you could only choose one. If you could only choose one thing, would you rather the person that you chose had the hots for you or that you had the hots for them? Is that a tough one? Not for me. Not for me. That's an easy one. It goes right along with love. Like, how do you people feel about that? Would you rather be the recipient of, oh my God, you're freaking hot, and be like, blasé in return? Or would you rather be the one, oh my God, you are freaking hot, and the other person be blasé in return? Which would you rather have? Simple question. There was 2 questions I'm missing. Linda, if they give a date when they're gonna blow up the Tropicana, I'm gonna be there, even if I have to break out. I have a 1200 millimeter lens and stand like a half a mile away. I somehow, some way, I have to capture that for posterity. How many years ago was I a DJ? On the Wheels of Steel? I could drop bars, I could rap. I was an MC, for like many events here in town, but I never DJ'd anything. Let's see. What was that question? You guys are going to remind me of it. You're welcome, Linda. Makes me sad thinking about it, but he runs like he is too, what? What are you guys talking about? It's all about the actions. If the actions don't line up with the words, I don't care if someone never said I love you. It wouldn't really, it wouldn't deter my relationship, like a romantic relationship whatsoever. I mean, it really wouldn't, because it's all about the actions. I'd rather have someone who's, showing me on a daily, the actions and whatnot. What? Getting all the crazy messages. That was a business-related thing. So I would, that would be me, 100%. And someone asked, Alright, wait, hold on. I gotta unpack this. In either case, it would not matter. If you're attracted to someone and they aren't attracted to you or vice versa, it would be futile in both cases, so they are the same. I don't know. See, double eagle, are you, because I can't tell. When someone doesn't have a name, I can't tell whether they're male or female, so I don't know if I'm addressing you as a male or a female, so you might want to drop that in there. But no, I would far rather have someone attracted to me that I, wasn't maybe necessarily my type or my holy shit, goddamn girl, I mean, I would rather have that, because that in and of itself is sexy, not only physically but mentally. But if I found someone hot, and it would work, because I'm not gonna be like, I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna be like, oh, like, she's gonna be all up in my grill going, damn, you're freaking hot, blah, 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 couldn't wait for you to get home, do your thing, blah, 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 oh, I just love looking at you, whatever, you're so fucking hot, blah, 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 cool. I'm not gonna go like, that's cool, honey, too bad I find you really, really average. I'm not gonna burst that bubble. I'm gonna ride that wave, I'm gonna ride it because it just feels good, it just feels good, and that in itself is stimulating enough. Now, if the person, like, lived in an ugly tree, fell out and hit every branch on the way down, I don't think that'd work, but, that would just be me. That wouldn't be the end. However, if I was like all like stupid about, physically about another person, like, damn, and they just were like blasé about me, yeah, I'd end that shit like the minute I found out, the minute I perceived that, I'd be just like, Phew. But I would stick around in the other case. But that's just me. See, that's AMA, this is Ask Me. That's a me thing. Dun, 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 dun. You were married for 14 years, you just date women that are, yeah, pretty much, and then, if they're honest, they'll tell you all the red flags, or they should, whatever, I agree with that. What relative do I miss the most that has died? Ooh, other than my dog, which I consider my son, kind of tough coming from my perspective. I'm gonna answer. That's a good question, but I still got that Plan B question. I gotta answer. Someone remind me of that. I always believe that I'm gonna see people again. I mean, I don't believe that I'm gonna go in a hole in the ground and frickin' worms gonna eat my eyeballs. I'm just like, yeah, I'll see you later. Just not yet. I still got shit to do. Like, I'm staying late at work. I'm staying after school. I mean, that's the vibe that I have. Whether it's it's a religious and a religious. It's F religion. It's a spiritual belief. I believe in heaven, and I also believe in Valhalla, and I believe the two are intertwined. So it's like, I just gotta stay. I gotta stay late tonight. You got to leave early. I'll catch up with you. Salud. That's how I take. That's how I take the passing of another individual. I'll see them again. But from a point of, damn, I wish they were still around, I miss them. I would have to say two for two different reasons. My Grams, she was one of the coolest women ever. I mean, I gotta admit, I would, like, she had a lot of masculine energy, I have to admit that, because she was alone so long, which I respected too. She's the one who kind of like, put things in my head, like she never even looked at another man, according to her and according to everything I saw in her life. after my grandfather died. My grandfather died when she was like in her 20s, and she just like, she wasn't like jumping on the next dude, riding a carousel, 4 stepdads, She was just like, he was the love of my life. Now it's time I dedicate myself to the family and, raise my kids and, go to church and whatever. So she set an example that, to this day I really haven't found in, many other women. But she was, she was an incredible woman. Nowadays, a woman's husband dies, it's like, tick, 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 can I ride another dick yet? It's like that, which, whatever. But she did develop masculine energy, and like I always say, a woman left to her own devices almost has to develop some type of masculine energy. That being said, we used to do everything. We used to do everything together. Like, she taught me how to bowl, we used to play handball, we used to go fishing and shit. She was just fun to be around. She'd have all these crazy expressions and, we just had fun. She was a fun person. Now, the person I missed the most because there was so much left undone was my grandfather. Bror Fredrik the 6th. I'm the 8th. True story. He was the 6th. He didn't start opening up about the past and the history of the family and all this other stuff till he got really, really old. And my grandfather died at 94 or 96. And it wasn't until like the last year or two that he just wanted to discuss things. And I have so many questions that were unanswered, like, because my family came down through Sweden into Germany and on a freaking boat, over to the U.S. and whatnot. And I didn't know, like, the name. I didn't know, like, I knew I was the 8th. Like, in the beginning, I thought I was a junior, And then I was like, no, because my grandfather, like, they used to, instead of Bror, they used to call him Brorson. Brorson. So, I always thought it was different. I just, we didn't talk, we didn't talk growing up. And I only saw him, like, on Christmas and occasionally on a Thanksgiving and whatnot, And then as time got on, I used to like pick him for information, and finally, like, he showed me a picture of the boat that they came over on. He like started drawing out the family tree and this and that, and I was just like, holy shit, we go back that far? He's like, yeah, your great uncle, he was a duke, So, yeah, there's actually a castle in frickin' Sweden. It's made out of wood, but it's still a frickin' castle, that I could go visit because the family owns it and shit. And I never knew all that. So I have, like, so many questions. And his passing, was just like, it kind of, like, left me dry, There's so much, like, untold stories and kind of holes and different things and whatnot, But those are the two people. As far as, let's see. As far as, is there a plan B? Okay. Someone asked earlier, I believe the question was, if America turns to total shit, which it is turning to total shit, right before our eyes, Rome is burning, is there a plan B? Would I go anywhere else? If they let us, but I don't even think they would. I think they'd sooner build a wall to keep everyone here than, like, escaping. But I have looked into other countries. I've looked into the Philippines, I've looked into Thailand, I've looked into Vietnam, I've looked into Costa Rica. Europe is out. Europe is on the verge of, seriously, what you're not seeing, which we're going to talk about on my own platform, like, we're going to talk about how, just give you a preview, that Europe is basically on the verge of civil war, but it's being downplayed here, and we're also going to talk about if Jennifer Aniston is a man or not, because she most likely is. But I can't talk about that here. We got to talk about it on my own platform where I can't get censored. But they're on the cusp of civil war. Like, I could go to Sweden. I could literally, yo, what's up, Carl? I could literally go to Sweden and be welcome there, without too much problems. But that's some socialist crap right there. You can go to Switzerland. But they, as much as they are quote unquote a neutral country, they would get swallowed up in like 2 days. It would take for them to be overrun. No matter what you say about them. I mean, it's not like they're a superpower or anything. So, you'd be singing Heidi in the mountains. I will answer that in a second, Venus. And thank you for that Bananaramas. Let's see. So, what did I think of all these places so far? Okay. Philippines, possible, cheap. I mean, for $1,000 a month, you could live, but you'd have to live in the province. I got some stuff to show you about that double eagle. It's just stuff we're going to talk about. I mean, do you accept that it is or not? It's worth talking about. I think she's a dude. I got some semi-proof too. Anyway, but you got to live in the province. I don't want to live in the province. I don't want to live with chickens and stuff. I mean, it's just not what I would want. Thailand. Okay, all these places. Thailand, Vietnam. I mean, even Indonesia. They're like tropical. And I do not do well. I mean, I'm still wearing this Apple Watch for one reason. Not that it's the epitome of style, but it's given me so much data. So many data points in my life. Like my pulse, my resting pulse is lower when it's cool. The minute I hit temperature, like okay, in 70 degrees, it's like 70. 80, it's like 80. 85, it's like 95. Like, the warmer it gets, my body is just like, no effing way. We're not doing this, And then it tapers off as I go under 60. It stays at like 65, 70. 60, like all the way probably down to 0. I'm 65, 70. But my metabolism, my biology, it starts to accelerate as I hit temperature. So I don't know if I could live in tropical environments and whatnot. Like when I lived in Florida for a couple of years, I found that a little difficult. The summers here, I mean, you got no idea. It puts me through my paces. It literally puts me through my paces, my metabolic paces. I mean, I could be sitting there, my heart's like, trying to pump blood enough to freaking cool me down. It's just a biological thing. Vietnam, believe it or not, even though I had some cousins die over there, it's probably the best deal. Vietnam is probably the best deal on the planet right now, because not only can you live cheap in Vietnam like you can in the Philippines and Thailand, you can do it in style. For $1,000, you have to live in the province, the country in the Philippines with chickens and shit and like maybe running water. However, in Vietnam, because we bombed the shit out of that country, they had to build from the ground up. You could like live in a tower on the beach. You could buy like a 2-bedroom, 2-bath condominium with its own swimming pool. 50 floors up for like $120,000. And you could eat for like $5 a day out in nice restaurants. So it's not only cheap living, it's luxury living. You don't have to compromise and be without like toilet bowls like you can. And then in Thailand, I mean, they'd see a white dude like me and whatnot, and all the lady boys and all the freaking the hoes and all the rest of that would be thinking I'm there to like get busy with them, and I'm really not, So yeah, that would be kind of weird. If you go and live in the province, but again, chickens and freaking barely running water. But Vietnam is the deal right now. It honestly is. It's the deal. Is that a plan B? Costa Rica used to be an option, but it is getting stupid expensive there. You used to be able to buy like a 2,000 square foot house in like a gated expat community for like 125, 130, now they're like 400. You know, they're not doing anyone any favors anymore. So, yeah, I mean, might be an exodus. New Zealand is freaking beautiful, Mary. I mean, I watched a video, like a drone. There's like a Discovery Channel on my Samsung TV, because you get like 500 free channels if you own a Samsung TV. That's nothing but drone stuff and narration of different places. And they did New Zealand. That place is nuts. It goes from like the ocean to the tropics to the woods to the freaking snow-covered mountains. It's really like environmentally diverse, like New York, you know. And it has seasons. I kind of like the idea, but I think those Mauis would probably want to like kick my ass. I don't know. You saw a dragon dance? That's cool. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna have a choice. See, again, we're gonna discuss that on our own channel. Do we stand a chance? Like, who will? Like, we have this misconception that when the shit hits the fan and martial law gets freaking enacted, which it probably will if things don't go right, that, oh, there's no way our own military or 5-0 would ever fire upon or arrest its own citizens. Tell that to Germany, number one. Number two, that's not who's gonna do it. But we can't talk about that here. Think foreign, think contractors who don't care about you. Don't care that they grew up with you. Don't care that they went to the same school with you. It's just a paycheck. But can't talk about that here. Da, 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 da. Tom, thank you for that question in the 5 Bananaramas. I'm gonna answer yours next, Venus. Let me just do the questions scrolling by so quick. How is the medical care in those places? Actually, they're all good. From what I saw, they're all good. Vietnam has all, you know, American-trained physicians, and so does Thailand. I mean, look, every friggin' nurse here in the Valley is Filipino, you know? So they come from a long line of it. So I don't think medical care would really be an issue. Should there be limitations on freedom of speeches? No. Like, even if I don't agree with someone's opinion, I will still fight for their right to have it, because I don't want mine taken away. And I think that's the part that's lost right now. You know, everyone thinks that freedom of, you can't even say freedom of whatever, if you gotta say freedom of peaches. It only applies to me and people who think like me. Everyone else doesn't deserve it. I'm of the opinion, like, go ahead. As long as it's not against the law, then who cares? But, you know, they're making up laws. Oh, you called someone fat, you called someone skinny, you called someone, you know, short. Oh, you should be in jail for that, you know, whatever. No, I'm a constitutionalist. I'm not left, right, in between. I'm a conservative constitutionalist. That doesn't make me right, doesn't make me left, doesn't make me whatever, the center, whatever it is. Constitutionalist. I believe in the Constitution as the law of the land. So, everyone deserves it, even if I don't agree with it. They can say whatever they want as long as they're not inciting to break laws, you know, which we've been seeing a lot of that lately. Now, was the Boston Tea Party, you know, freedom of speeches issue? No, that was an action, you know, per se. Did that incite something that, you know, whatever? But that's what the Constitution is there for. You know, the powers that be are supposed to be serving us. We're not supposed to be serving them. You know, it's getting more and more and more and more. They work for us. You know, that the Constitution is there to keep 2A is there to keep them in check. What? So if they want to take away 2A, does that mean that they're up to something that we might want to like have a problem with? But I'm digressing. Yeah, I mean, I hear you, Carl, about that. That's my hesitation about, yeah, like, okay, to sum that up, as long as it's not illegal, I could care less. I don't have to agree, but I will still fight for that person's right to be an asshole and say whatever they want to say, hoping that they would fight for my right to say whatever I want to say. That's how it should be. That's just the right way to do it. I don't want to censor anyone, and I don't want anyone censoring me. As long as it ain't illegal, go for it. But that's a problem I would have with the Nam too, is, you know, obvious. You know, we just went to, you know, I mean, it's freaking 60 years ago, but, you know, we had incidents with them, but would you go to Japan? Would you go to Germany? Would you not drive a Mercedes or a BMW because a WW2? I mean, at some point you just got to be like, whatever, you know, because it wasn't the people. It's never the people, you know. That's like someone tried to call me out about putting up the Chinese New Year lion dances. Oh, they're doing so much. These freaking guys aren't. They didn't do shit to me. They're celebrating me, you know. I mean, they're celebrating their culture. I mean, they're not the ones who came up with the freaking, you know, with the vid. That's, you know what I'm saying? You can't blame the people per se, because if it wasn't for the powers that be that are telling them what to do, people left to their own devices for the most part will get along and just be chill. You know, because once you talk to other people, regardless of where they were born, the color of their skin, you find out that they're pretty much the same. They want the same shit as you. They want to be left alone. They want to have families. They want to have food to eat. You know, they just want to live peacefully. But, you know, then when you're told, all right, you're drafted, that person's the enemy, but then after a while, why do you actually say, yeah, I'm going to get them, you know? Boom, because they just, you know, it feeds upon itself, you know? I just watched my bro, who I left the ship with, get his head blown off, so I'm gonna go blow his head. Now you're starting to hate those people. But if it wasn't for the putting us into the people above putting us into that situation, we'd have no problems with these dudes, you know? We would just be like, what up, you know? Hot chick walk by, you'd be like, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because dudes are just dudes, chicks are just chicks. But, you know, if it wasn't for the government and the powers that be pushing it, you know, we'd be getting along pretty well. I mean, there's always going to be an asshole or whatever, but, you know, so I can't really hold it against them. But I do think about that, you know, that's kind of weird. Like, I'd be wondering, you know, when my cousins died and all the rest of that. Venus's question, if you connected with someone, but they weren't drop-dead gorgeous, would you still want to get to know her? That's a good question. Now, going back to what I always say, I'll preface this by saying, given a choice between a beautiful face and a beautiful body, you know what I always say? I'll take the beautiful body all day over the beautiful face. So, drop dead gorgeous relative. If I was attracted, wow, that's loud. If I was attracted to her body, the face is kind of secondary, because you could like contour it and do stuff and, you know, put a bag over it. No, I'm just joking. You know, that, because, you know, let's face it, at some point you're going to see every woman without her makeup on, and you'll be like, oh, you look a little different than your Instagram photo, you know? So, you know, that's all relative. So that being said, I think I would have to be I would have to be attracted to her physically, not from a beauty standpoint, but from a physical standpoint. I would have to be attracted to want to invest my time in getting to know a woman per se. I mean, I don't randomly. It's going to be it's a good question. I don't believe that men and women could be friends. I just don't. It's just not possible. It's not possible, at least from a guy's perspective. I could be friends with a woman who's with a dude. Like, I could be, like, if she's married, I could be friends with her, you know? As long as I'm friends with the husband, too. I would never in a million years be friends with a woman who I don't also have an equal friendship with the husband or the boyfriend. No freaking way. I have standards. I'm not doing that. I wouldn't want that done to me. I ain't doing that to anyone else. I can be friends, but other than that, I'm not gonna seek. If I'm seeking, how would I say, as you put, connecting with a female, there's a reason for that. It's not to be friends. It's not to talk about the price of tea in China. Can we still say that without getting canceled? Price of tea in China. It's not to talk about cars. It's not to talk whatever. I mean, I have enough friends. I have enough shit to do. I'm not going to be friends with, like random women. It's just not my nature to do that, to just be like, wow, you're so awesome. I think I want to be friends with you. I don't even do that with guys, let alone women. If I do that with a woman, it's because I want something different, than just talking about the price of tea in China. So, yeah, just like random, hey, how you doing? I think we could be friends. You're an awesome person. You know how to virtualize cameras. So do I. Cool. I mean, I wouldn't do that because it goes off the rails too easy. Like I said, there's no such thing as a platonic friendship with a guy. Like a woman can say that. A woman can say, oh, he's just a friend, kinda. But then she knows deep down inside, given the chance, he's gonna frickin' boink her like there's no tomorrow. I mean, let's face it, that's the only reason guys have female friends for the most part. Is just the potential that you have to find them attractive. I mean, guys, you know what I'm saying? Women, if you don't believe it, whatever, that's on you. But the only reason men have developed friendships with women is hoping one day they're gonna get some. But I'm just not that desperate, so I don't really need to go out of my way to connect with a woman who, it's just not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? You are welcome. Yeah, but see, okay, Maria says, I disagree. Like, I knew someone was gonna disagree. Well, women can say that because you are the gatekeepers of sex. End of story. Women are the gatekeepers of sex, unless you're a criminal. So, a woman can look you in the face and say, we're just friends, and sincerely mean it, because they can gatekeep. They're the ones who decide whether there's going to be any boinking going on. So if they say he's just a friend, in their mind, they believe that. But that does not account for the fact that the dude is not thinking that. There's no dude out there thinking, I mean, so rare is it like, oh, like, I have no thoughts about you. I've never looked down your shirt. I've never thought that maybe, there was a chance if, we were alone or camping or you were drunk enough. Guys are always going to think that. A guy is not going to invest all his time and help you move and fix your plumbing and be your friend if he's not looking at some side boob every once in a while. There's no fucking way. But see, a woman in her mind can say he's just a friend. Because she believes that. However, she could just be holding him in abeyance because, he'll do it. I mean, I could prove it. You call up how many guy friends do you have? Oh, I have 50 guy friends. All right, send out a mass text and just tell them you've been drinking a little bit, you're a little bit horny, it's 2 a.m., I can't sleep, I got an itch I need to scratch, why don't you come over? Out of those 50, 49 are gonna show up at the door. And one dude's gonna be like, get your drunk ass to bed, sis. And that's the one friend out of 50. Well, men and women cannot be friends, per se. Not from the male standpoint. From a women's standpoint, yeah. But still, if I was with a woman, I would still not go with the whole male friend shit. I mean, says he's just a friend. Says he's just a friend. Oh, baby, you. I mean, they wouldn't have wrote that song. You know what I'm saying? Guys, if you're honest with yourself, have you ever befriended a woman that you didn't want to knock boots with? And why? A single woman. I'm talking about single women now. Don't get the twist. I'm talking about single women. I'm talking about how many women have you helped move? How many tires have you changed? Just in the outside hope that you get a piece. How many computers have you fixed? Come on, guys. We know, guys know it's not possible. That's why dudes, once we get into a relationship, we get all sorts of freaking protective and possessive. Because we're just like, we know Bob at the freaking office wants to boink you, even if you call him a friend. It's just biology. You cannot escape the biology. Bottom line, I need more coffee. But that's a whole subject. Men know men, That's why we get like that. What do you mean you're going, Who'd you go to that party with? Bob from the water cooler? Oh, but he's married. Oh, so his penis is in a jar at home, right? I mean, you women concoct these frickin' stories. Oh, but he's married. And he has 2 kids. Oh, so he's harmless. I mean, you expect us to frickin' believe all that bullshit you tried, gaslighting us with. But you believe it. You ladies actually believe that. So we're just like, alright, because we were once all that guy. Every single one of us was once that guy. School's out. Now it's time for me to get some coffee. Yeah, I mean, Maria, I'm not going to argue with you about it. I just told you that yes, women in their own heads can believe that, but that doesn't change the way the guy thinks. Did you ever ask him, given the choice, would you boink me? I'm saying women believe it, so you can believe that until you're blue in the face. That doesn't change the fact that it's not reciprocated the same. He's not thinking about you like, oh, my buddy, my pal. He's just like, goes in the bathroom and your bra's hanging from the freaking shower curtain. He's gonna check what size it is. It's just dudes. We're dudes. We're not like, oh, I can't wait to be friends with this girl. Like totally platonic and never ever check her bra size if it's hanging in the shower. If you believe that, whatever. But you people believe it, so I'm not taking that away from you. So relax. Alright, I need coffee, because now I'm getting nice and caffeinated, and we got like another hour. Says he's just a friend. Oh, baby, you got what I need. Alright. Oh, she's laughing at me over that. Yeah, it's a freaking truth. Yeah, but see, the thing is, most of the guys who you say are your friend, I mean, what does a woman always say when she's, when she finds the one? Oh, we were friends first. All you women say that shit. We were friends first. We were friends for years. we were friends first. We became friends, then we became lovers. Only women do that shit. Because when we look at a woman and we decide to wife her up or, hook up with her or whatever, we're like, before we say one word, we're just like, I'd do it, And you women are always talking. You never hear guys saying, oh, well, we were friends and all that other bullshit. That's a female energy thing, But we were friends first. So suddenly, how do they slide from that category of we were just friends to, suddenly you're doable? Suddenly you're whatever? Come on. So that all that is like dudes at bat, But next batter up is Bob from the water cooler. Patient Bob waited 5 years for his chance, and suddenly you see him as he got a promotion, now he's single, you're single, hey, maybe Bob will be a chance. And women's best, the best matches for women are all in their friend zone, because that's a patient MFer to wait 5 years, help you move 3 times, fix your plumbing and all the rest of that shit, just willing to get a piece of it, That's your best chance, but they all want, some like Chad dude, that, it's like outside of their league. I need coffee. Yeah, it's a biology thing. All right, Maria, I'm not going to argue with you about it. My show. Sorry. But I know I'm right, You can say whatever you want. I'm still right. Yeah, that's the first thing you should have. We're going to talk about all this shit. We're not even scratching the surface of things like I need to talk about on this subject here because I can't. There's a new bartender chick. What happened to Haley? Haley's gone. She knew how to make my coffee. Maybe Bro. Yeah, Bro will fix me up. Bro! I need another coffee. We already scratched the surface and stuff like that. Dudes just, we know. Bingo, Kevin. Men and women can't be friends. Except once you marry them. Then suddenly you become friends with them. I sound like I'm scorned. Oh man, so many people say that. So many people say that. You know who mostly says that though? Women. But your name's William, so I'll give you the benefit of the doubt and say no. I'm just realistic. I'm gonna say the shit that everyone else doesn't. It's not scorned, I'm just wise, I have no problems in the relationship category because I understand these things. It's not, you have to be scorned to not let a woman, or not accept, I wouldn't say not accept a woman having dude friends that she goes drinking with? What is scorn? What the fuck does scorn have to do with that? Now I'm like upset because you should have bro energy. That's feminine energy. I sound scorned. Ooh. Oh, please. No one scorned me. But I'm realistic. I know which way the wind blows, and I'm trying to do you a favor. I see you back there. How you doing? She's saying hello. Now, can we be friends? Should I go make friends with her? No, she walked with a dude. We can't be friends. Yeah, men are just afraid. Men have been, conditioned to say things like, you sound scorned. The last time, every other time I've ever heard that is from a woman. So who conditioned you, bro, to think like that? I'm educating you. In case you didn't know, I'm saving you aggravation. And you, you sound scorned. Really? That's the funniest shit I heard all day. Anyway, I need coffee. I'll be right back. sound scorned. No, I'm a freaking man's man who knows which way the wind blows, you know? And I'm blowing smoke up anyone's ass. And quite frankly, I don't have to kiss a woman's ass to get any, you know? So I can afford to say the things that I say because I just have no problems getting women. How about you, bro? I think I blew my spot up. All the talking I do about that place, about this place, I think I blew my spot up. Not too many people know about it. Damn. Like, she's oblivious. She doesn't know who I am, you know? That's Bror Fredrik. I gotta wait for that dude to come back. Yeah, I mean, you know. Well, for me, it starts with my adult friends. We all met, we grew up in diapers and still stay in contact. Yeah, I mean, see, I'm not saying there's not exceptions, you know? I mean, I get the whole childhood friends thing. So I will, but would you boinker? That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. I mean, there are exceptions, but I will challenge and say, if you were single, I didn't even read who wrote, so I don't think I'm picking on you. I didn't see the name, I just read the comment. If you were single, and they were single, and the right music was on, some Parody White was on, and like, she was just like, you know, I'm tired, I think I'm gonna put on a, you know, t-shirt. Mind if I take this bra off and shit? Would you boink her? Would you not boots with her? Or would you just be like so firm in that belief that we grew up together, we were in the playground together, we had the same teacher in second grade, we went to high school together, we've had the same experiences, so, you know, I can't even see you as someone of the opposite sex at this point. That takes a lot of testicular fortitude to have that level of mental focus. And I've had to adapt that. I mean, I photographed women for years. Like, naked, half naked, clothed, you name it. I've photographed them all, you know? So I learned how to, like, press a mental button and be like, it's a client, you know, it's a paycheck, you know, it's just business. And I would just go into that mode, you know, that just whatever, you know? That took a lot of discipline to get me to that place where I just didn't, you know, I didn't think the same, you know? I gotta be honest, but because most men would be like, you know, because when I told guys, like, oh, you know, I take like boudoir photos and whatnot, and they'd be just like, dude, can I come hold the light one day and watch? And what, spank off? You know what? You know, but me, I'm just like, you wouldn't even know. What do you do tonight? Oh, it was a long day. You know, I'm not just like, long day. You know, kind of feeling it, you know? Can you relieve me? No, it just was like, I had to like turn it off and become numb to it. So it is possible. Don't get me wrong, but, you know, given the right set of circumstances, would you, could you? Dun, dun, dun. All right, where's bro? Oh, she's gonna sit him over here. All right.
Okay, you know what? He's working.
She was just like, no, don't sit over there. He's working. If you can consider this work. Yeah, it takes a lot of testicular fortitude You know? It's, ever married? Yes. I'm not going to get into details, but I'll give it a yes. All right, more questions. Yeah, I mean, I got an opinion on everything. And, like, on Sunday, I got a video I'm going to put out. Like, I put out that video, you know, is Las Vegas getting too expensive and whatever, yada, yada, yada. And there was a little bit of feedback, like, you know, oh, so negative and this and that. And I pushed back a little bit. I'm like, can you find the positive in paying 300 times what you were for your bills than you were 4 years ago? You know, I mean, it's hard to remain positive, you know, about the economy. You know, that's the thing about Vegas itself. So I'm putting out a video on, I think I'll drop it on Sunday because, you know, I don't live stream or anything, about the things I love about Las Vegas, just to counter that. You know, despite the frickin' 100% increase per year that this town is going through. And so I'm going to do that. What do I think of cremation? All for it. All for it. That's what I want to be. There's two ways I want my final days, my physical vessel that, you know, the rest of me sits in, because that's what it is basically. Cremation, or stick me in the ground but plant a fruit tree or something. That way everyone can eat me, like an apple tree or something. Stick me in the ground, put an apple tree, and then everyone could just eat me. I'll fertilize the tree and everyone could just eat me. Now, I'm not being funny about that. I mean, I thought about that. Or cremated. I do want to be cremated. And the last woman I'm with has to hold on to my ashes until the day she dies and carry them around like this. My man's coming with me tonight. No, I'll get like a mini urn like this, and I'll have her hang it like that, like a mini urn of me. And she'll be like always having me next to her between her boobies and whatnot. Hell yeah. Till death do us part? No. Till we meet again up there, you know what I'm saying? And death do you part shit, yeah, okay. Yeah, my final words would be like, eat me. But yeah, I don't have any problem with it. A lot of people have a problem with cremation because they think about it in a very earthly fashion, like, wow, that's gonna suck to be burned. More than what? Put in a box? That really doesn't biodegrade and stick in the ground. It's just your body. You're done with it. I mean, given my nature, I want to leave behind a good-looking corpse, one way or the other. You know, I don't want a piano box that I'm going to be buried in. I want to leave a decent corpse behind, you know, so people can be like, you know, as they kneel in front of it or whatever. Yeah, you know, you did all right. But it's just your body, you know? Because, you know, you convert into spiritual energy and you're just like, poof, gone. So what happens to your body is kind of irrelevant. But cremation, yeah, it's on the table. It's definitely on the table. That would actually be my preferred way. I think I missed something. Something just popped by real quick. No, I think I got everyone's. Maria asks, thanks for the 5 Bananagramas, what do I think I'll be doing in 5 years? I was just thinking about that. That's funny you asked that. I need coffee. What the actual F? This one doesn't know me from a hole in the ground, and she's chatting up the door. Oh, dude's back. All right, let's go check out Homeboy over here. I need us some coffee. I think I'm more fun. Maybe I'm more of an asshole. I'm not an asshole. I'm a cool dude. People always say that. People always like, you know what? Until I met you, I really thought you were an asshole. I can't count the amount of times I've heard that. And I take that as a compliment, because I am standoffish until you get to know me. And you guys all freaking know me already. So back to the question, where do I see myself in 5 years? I've always said, a man should always have an answer for what he's gonna be, where he envisions himself in 5 years, and be able to articulate how he's gonna get there in 5 years. A man, that's a first date question. Just like men should always ask a woman, do you have a picture with no makeup? And do you have guy friends? Do you own a cookbook? You know, questions like that, first date questions. A woman should always ask, what Maria just asked. Where do you see yourself in 5 years, and what's your plan to get there on the first date? If a man cannot answer that, then that's a problem. However, that being said, that's a tough question to answer, because if you asked me that a couple of years ago, even a couple of months ago, before Clown World started, I would have had a more articulate answer for that. Now, everything, our entire future, is hanging on what happens over the next 6 to 8 months. Between now and, I would say, the end of the year, with the election being the pinnacle of what's going to happen. Because right now, we're living in an absolute clown world. Absolute, utter freaking clown world. If the average person really knew what was going on out there, I don't... Anyway. So it's hard to say. You know, where will we be? And will the United States exist in 5 years? That might sound outlandish, but every great empire comes to an end at some point. Are we at our end? Are we there yet? Maybe. We'll watch them Rome burn. If you don't believe it, look around. So it's hard to say. If we weren't living in the clown world situation where common sense actually ruled, where critical thinking was the law of the land, I would say I'd probably be retired in 5 years, you know? But not retired to the place where, where I'd be doing nothing. Just waking up every morning and, playing golf and dicking around and whatnot. I could never, ever do that. I would just get to the place where I wasn't physically working, that, hopefully there'd be enough money. Money is the best. Dollar bills are the best employees. That's the bottom line. Dollar bill always shows up. Dollar bill doesn't call in late. Dollar bill doesn't need sick leave. Dollar bill doesn't need health care. It just needs to be, handled prudently. So hopefully in 5 years, I'll have enough dollar bill employees to put them to work, But you gotta be a steward. You have to supervise those dollar bill employees. You gotta be a good steward of what you've amassed. So it'd still be work, but not like the grind per se. So I'd say in 5 years, if the world doesn't totally turn to shit, which it will if, certain things that we're seeing now continue, because it's not sustainable. It's not sustainable to give people running across our border $10,000 and $700 to the people, who suffered that catastrophe in Hawaii. It's not sustainable to give them 5-star luxury hotels and $10,000 while we have vets living on the street. It's not sustainable. It's just not. So, good question. Who looks goofy? So, like snow running. Hey, Bror Fredrik, have you ever put on makeup to cover a skin blemish for a date? Or hitting the club? No. I've never. I'm trying to think about that. I don't think so. I mean, there was a time, like back in the day, you know, if you had a pimple, they had the skin tone oxy and whatnot. You know, I've used that, but I've never used like cover up or anything like that, or, you know, I've never. I mean, I've had I've had makeup put on. All right, let me separate the two because I don't want to be, you know, I don't want to play both sides. Okay. I've had makeup put on, foundation, the whole shit. I'll admit it. No lipstick, but basically foundation for blending purposes. I used to do, I wouldn't say modeling, but I did do a couple of shoots. I did do a couple of commercials back in the day here in town. I was in a Palace Station commercial. I was in a couple of casino commercials, a couple of restaurant commercials. Like, you know, I just got hooked up into that world. I didn't really make any money. It was just fun. I was an extra in 2 movies. You know, shit like that. And they do put makeup on you. And I sat through that, and they, you know, with the freaking wedges, made me all pretty and whatnot. But back then, I kind of was, but, you know, I didn't need as much, but not of my own accord. So I have had it done. I know how to apply makeup. That I'll admit to too. I know how to apply makeup. I know how to touch up makeup because, you know, I was a photographer for women for so many years that I had to learn those skills. I had to learn how to touch women's makeup up. I had to learn, because women would do, like, it used to show in the camera when women would do, you know, they would just do the face to the chin line and whatnot, and then their neck would be a different color than their face, so I'd have to go in there and blend it and whatnot, because then I had to fix all that shit in Photoshop, get it right in camera. You know, that was my motto. So I do know how to apply it, but I've never put it on to cover up something that I wasn't overly thrilled about, like a blemish or something like that, because I know a shitload of natural remedies. I know that if I take like apple cider vinegar and boil it and stick a frickin' cotton ball in the boiling apple cider vinegar and then stick it on a zit, it's gone in like 2 or 3 hours. You know, it'll just like suck it right out. You take a tea bag, you boil a black tea bag, and you take that, you put that on a pimple, you put it, if you ever get a sty in your eye? I've had like a couple of sties in my eye over my lifetime. Put that shit over a sty and it's just like, it latches in there, and then when you pull it out, everything comes out with it, healed in a couple hours. You know I've been doing so much natural shit over the course of my life that I've never really felt the need to cover up per se. So yeah. Kevin, I've talked to women that look good inside the nightclub and found out later, yeah, you don't even know anymore, you know? You gotta be like, do you have pronouns? What you got going on down there? If it's the same as me, name down. You know, I mean, now, who knows, but yeah, I mean, then again, there's some, you know, absolutely beautiful women out there who are ugly on the inside, who are just butt frickin' ugly on the inside. I'd say the proportion is getting higher. Like, you see it when I'm walking out in the street. You see these women giving me like the 1,000-yard stare. They're just like, you know, every woman has more than like 500 followers on Instagram. It's like, you know, like, like, shut up. You know, I ain't looking at you. You know, that's so ugly. I mean, I'm not saying I don't respect that. I respect when a woman isn't giving men, if she's involved with someone, she shouldn't be giving dudes a time of day. Dude comes up to her and says, what time is it? She should turn around and say, time to buy a watch. That's what I expect of someone I'm with, you know? That's just me. Time to buy a watch. According to the watch that my husband gave me, It's 2 o'clock. That's what I expect. That's low. That's what I expect from anyone I'm with. But I'm digressing. But yeah, I mean, but you could tell it's coming from this false narrative going on in their head that every man wants me. I'm so beautiful. The world revolves around me. That's what's making them ugly, not their looks. Plus the contour and Kim Kardashian frickin' Photoshop and a spray can shit that they're putting all over, you know? And they, ugh. So yeah, I've probably turned down more women than most dudes have ever been with. I'll put that out there. Because that's just me. Because I don't care. Did I ever go to the Galleria Mall? Yeah, plenty of times. I've been there a lot. I mean, the last time I was there, I got a video somewhere down there about it. Last time I was there, it was looking very, mind you, it was 2 years ago. It was looking very flea market-ish. Whenever you start seeing these, like, nail salons, you know, $10 get your whole nails done, and, you know, like little booths instead of like, you know, kind of recognizable stores like they have in here. You know, a mall is kind of like, you know, shit in the bed. I mean, sorry for saying that, but it's true. But nowadays, oh, it's coming. But I heard nowadays it's getting better. I go more to the Meadows Mall, which is on the other side of town. I'm psyched.
Oh, you got plenty of sugar this time.
Oh yeah, she's. I'm gonna put it in my pocket, take it home. Thanks, man. That's a joke. All right. But the Meadows Mall, that's where I tend to go. They have Route 21 where I buy my jeans and stuff. They got some decent stores in there. But that mall is getting a little 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's getting a little dangerous. Last time I was there, I did not really feel all that safe, if I'm being totally honest. And that's sad. Galleria Mall, I can say I felt safe in. But yeah. Let's see. Oh, that's a good question too. Oh, and the frickin' eyebrows and the windshield wiper, frickin' eyelashes, all that shit. What is the biggest turn off on the first? I'm so ridiculously stupid picky that I couldn't even go there. You know, first of all, if the phone is more important than I am, I'm done. If I perceive, or if there's any type of indication of a higher than normal body count, I'm done. I'm so done. I'm not getting anyone's sloppy seconds. Let's see. Talking about dudes, done. Talking about exes, done. Into sports, done. Guy friends, done. What else? I'm just like, no. You know? I want to be with someone who's about me, you know, or about us. Let's just say about us. And it has nothing to do with control, it has nothing to do with jealousy, it has nothing to do with nothing. Except I want someone who's going to be about me. You know why? Because I'm going to be all about them. When I'm with someone, I make them feel like they're the center of the fucking universe. You know? At least my universe. But if she has other universes going on, you know, on Instagram and in her DMs and all this other shit, why am I going to invest my time? My time is precious. I'm just not going to give it away for a piece of tail, you know? I mean, let's face it. Knocking boots is the easy part. You know what I'm saying? That's the easy part. The relationship's a whole different thing. The knocking of the boots is just like, you know, the birds and the bees do their thing. And I think nowadays, you know, women are more like apt to initiate. but I'm digressing. But yeah, I'm different. And most men should be. You know what? If most men had this attitude, you know, that they're just, what do ladies call it? Ladies call it boundaries. You know, how come it's okay for you ladies to have boundaries? Oh, I have boundaries. I'm not dating a dude who's not making 75K. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. I'm not accepting this. I'm a strong, independent woman. I got my boundaries. But the minute a dude gets boundaries, it's like, oh my God, you're not allowed to have boundaries. You know? And dudes, you're the one, if you don't have boundaries and you don't set them straight out the gate, you're the one who are encouraging the bad behavior. Because, you know, just like the other dude, oh, you sound scorned. You know? You're encouraging the bad behavior and the disrespect and whatnot. So, yeah, I have boundaries, you know? I mean, and I'll lay it all out on the table instantly. These are my boundaries. This is what I will not accept. And then I'd be like, your turn. If like my boundaries weren't already crossed, then I'd be willing to hear the other person's. Your turn. And I'd be like, oh, I don't like someone who works too much. We're done. You know? You know, I want you home all the time. And what? We got what? You Rapunzel? We're gonna spin some gold or something? I gotta go to work, you know? Anyway. But yeah, I mean, it's all about boundaries. It's not about being an asshole. It's about having boundaries. And I have set boundaries. And every man should. Every person should. But it seems like more of a feminine thing, like modern times now, that women have all the boundaries. And the minute a man has boundaries, they're like, oh my God. A woman could say, I can't date a dude who's not at least 6 feet. You know, that's a standard I have. And if a dude says, I can't date a woman I can't pick up, like physically, oh my God, you're a misogynist. You know what I'm saying? What's that all about? At least you could do something about your weight. I can't do anything about my height. You know? What? I don't understand, like, the balance is all tossed off. But men, get your standards together, you know? Have standards and freaking stick to them. And stick to them. It doesn't matter. Oh, well, you know, you're not... All right, so, you didn't get laid. Oh my God, it's the end of the world, you know? Because you had standards. Oh, you know, I could have... You know, because most dudes, they'll just say anything. Oh, yeah, I'm more of a feminist than you. Yeah. Gloria Steinem, yeah. I got a tattoo of her right here. Just to get laid. You know? Man, why? Why is the question. What do the kids call that? Thirsty? I'll be freaking thirsty. Dun, 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 dun. You prefer under 6 feet. That's cool. I'm reading, I'm looking for questions. Let me see if I got any chatted questions. Sometimes I don't look. I'm gonna make sure, because I do have to answer those guaranteed answers. Alright, let's find some more questions. I got time. See, that's another reason I love these AMAs, because I never know what rabbit hole we're gonna go down. Are there opportunities to meet potential women through work? I have a boundary there too. Like, I don't, no. You know, number one, me and a quote unquote, and this isn't about me. Okay. Career women, not interested. Not interested in career women. I mean, if they're at the end of their career, or at the, you know, it's just a thing, you know, because I bust my ass. I work 70 hours a week. 60 at a minimum. At a minimum. I work 60, sometimes 80. Convention season, I could work 100, you know? And I know eventually it's all gonna pay off, and I'm gonna have a lumpy mattress full of cash and whatnot. So I don't need a career woman, you know? I need someone who's gonna be about, kind of being my support system. I mean, if the boss says, hey, bring me a coffee, and she's willing to do that because she's getting paid, bring me a damn coffee, you know. Oh, no, I'm not that kind of woman. I'm not submissive. You're submissive to your freaking boss, you know. Stop being a hypocrite. At least you're getting something out of this besides money, you know. So that's what I'm saying. Sometimes women are hypocrites when it comes to the whole submissive thing. They'll do whatever a boss tells them to do. Bend over backwards, stay late, jump, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. The husband says, do this or do that. And they're just like, you can't tell me what to do. Your freaking boss been telling you what to do all day. Don't play high and mighty with me. This is me. Oh, that coffee is so good. But what was the question? Of work, no. Like I said, career women, no. If you look at statistics, have I ever done a stream smoking a cigar? Often. And I'm going to do that more. I got a HEPA filter and everything. Yeah, I smoke cigars when I'm in the studio. So yeah, you'll see that happening. Once in a blue moon, if I have absolutely nothing to do, I'll actually have a drink or two. Statistically, most divorces, well, we all know that I think it's currently sitting at like 74%, between like 73 and 75% of all divorces are initiated by women because men are bad. Okay. And out of that 70 some odd, like 60% are career-driven women. It's just a statistic. I'm not saying better or worse, but, if you're one of those kind of guys who are like, oh, we're partners in life, da-da-da-da-da, we do it, we're partners. Partner thing doesn't really interest me. Partner, it depends what you talk partners. What, we got to make every decision together? No, what was... Am I the man? Am I the one with the penis, or are you the one with the penis? Let me check. Last I looked, I'm the man. Just saying, Someone's got to lead. Someone has to lead a relationship. It can't be two people just like, doing everything communal, Okay, hey, honey, I heard the glass break downstairs. I think someone's in the house. It's your turn. If that's going to be partners, if that's the type of relationship you have, when the shit hits the fan, send her downstairs to see what went bump in the night. Oh, no, we can't do that because I'm the man. Then you're not partners. You just proven the point. Now suddenly I'm a man. Look, is your shit in a jar somewhere on a shelf or not? That's all I'm saying. Man's got to lead. Man is the head of his household. Bottom freaking line, Bottom line. But if you're just a lazy piece of shit dude who doesn't lead or you're untrustworthy, yeah, the woman is going to take over. I'm not saying all men are good, I'm not saying all men are good. There's a lot of, really assholes out there. There's a lot of low-T dudes that couldn't lead their way out of a freaking paper bag, So, yeah, a woman does have to take over, but also a woman has to make better choices. How you doing?
How you doing, sir?
Good. So what would you call the relationship? A relationship. What's a partnership? That's a buzzword that women created to not feel like they're subordinate to, God forbid, they're subordinate to a man. I want a partnership because, to go out and say, my man leads me. He's wise, he's sound, he's never let us down. I trust my man to make the right decisions in small things and big things. That's a woman. That's a woman's woman. And if the man deserves it. However, those men are starting to disappear. I might be the last of a generation of men who still are capable of leading. I mean, look at these purple-haired, weirdo freaking dudes with freaking rings through their nose and shit, you know? What? You know? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going to happen. You know, I tell the story. At the big barbecue with all the bros, with all the women there, and she goes ahead and brings, you know, we're talking, the dudes are talking, we're smoking our cigars, drinking our scotch, talking about the meaning of life, what we're gonna do to rule the world, you know, how's your business going, you know, I might know someone, I gotta put these together, blah, 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 talking shit, you know. And, you know, my woman comes over with a plate of food. They go just the way I like it. You know, nothing's commingled, the potato salad's over there, the piece of lobster, yeah, we used to have lobster at barbecues, lobster's over there, piece of steak over here. If it was drippy, it was on a separate plate, and she's like, boom, she gives it to me. All the women were like, oh my God, oh, how could you let him do that to you? And she's like, do what? What? He didn't make me do anything. He didn't make me do a damn thing. I want to do that. He's my man. I trust him. He's never led me wrong. You know, he busts his ass. I can't bring him a plate of food without being shit on by you freaking cows. You know, and you know what the dudes were like? The dudes were like, bro. You know, because they don't experience that in their lives. You know, they ask their woman, hey, could you bring me a plate of food? They say, get it yourself. What are your legs broken? A woman ever talk like that to me, I'd be done. You know, because I don't need to be told to go out and slay all the dragons, to keep all the lights on and, you know, all this other shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to be told that. So someone's going to say, do it myself? You know? We ain't playing that, you know? I mean, I'm not gonna fight about it. I'll just be like, alright. I'll do everything myself from now on. Including changing the locks. And repossessing the car I bought you. Anyway, I'm digressing. Yes, there's awfully good men out there. There's awfully good men there. Yeah, partnership. Oh, that partnerships is impersonal. That's the other one. What's the other one? Power couple. We're gonna be a power couple. What? I've been doing good. Like what? I'm gonna invite a woman into my life so I could get guidance on the things I've been doing my entire life anyway. What? Oh, what? I don't get it. Where's the partnership? Well, it's someone to talk to. Tell me about your day, and you don't want about it. You know what? It's a huge mistake to involve your woman too deeply in your business. Just saying, fellas. I mean, I know they want to be part of you. Tell them about what happened at the gas station. Tell them what happened at the gym. Tell them all the other shit. Don't tell them about your business, because you don't need two people worrying about the finances of the home. Nothing good is going to come from that. But once again, I'm digressing. A power couple. We're a power couple. I can't do my eyebrows. Power couple. We're a power couple. But the woman is the man, and she can turn around. What are we talking about here? But I'm finding questions. Oh, Tom Mack with the 5 Bananaramas. Led Zeppelin or Pink Floyd? Ooh, that's a tough one. The second one's easy. Johnny Cash or Dylan? Johnny Cash all day. I still listen to Johnny Cash. The Man in Black. I mean, the last song that the 9 Inch Nails song that he does, Hurt. I cried. I'll admit it. That just makes me freaking tear up on a whole different level. If you listen to the words, I'm just like, whoa. You know, that's just, whoa. So that's an easy one. Johnny Cash. Led Zeppelin or Pink Floyd? Okay, Led Zeppelin I like individually. I like their music. I mean, Kashmir, oh my God. When the Levee Breaks, oh my God. There's just so many great individual songs. However, Pink Floyd has whole ballads. You know, like one album will be an entire story. Dark Side of the Moon is basically a story. The Wall is basically a story. So given a choice, if I was on a deserted island, I'd have to say Pink Floyd because it's more engaging. It has like a whole story. And then the stuff that's not Pink Floyd, but still Roger Waters, like the Pros and Cons of Hitchhiking, you know, which is as good, if not better, than The Wall. I would take those all day because it's like just a whole ballad of a story. Each part leads into the next. I just love that aspect of Pink Floyd. And Led Zeppelin is just like cool song. I love this song. I love this song. I love this song, but it's not like a cohesive story. So I think I would have to go with that. It's give and take on both sides. Right, exactly, Bean. I mean, I'll always use you two as an example of having figured out the couple dynamic. You know, let's be honest. You know, I will say that to Jim and Venus all freaking day long. That's it. I mean, you both, you know, a man goes and does stuff, and he's not like, look what I did, you know? Look what I did, look what I did. And a woman shouldn't be like, look what I did, look what I did. It's not, a relationship is not 50-50. If your relationship is 50-50, which is the exact definition of what? A partnership. It's 50-50. I'll take out the garbage if you know, make the grilled cheese tonight. You know? I'll change the tire if you put the kids to bed all week. Then you're in a partnership. Then everything's negotiable and it's 50-50. If a relationship is gonna work, no matter what the dynamic is, whether it's DS, whether it's, you know, whatever, the dynamic, how you build the house, I mean, the house has to be built according to spec. It has to be built according to the blueprint in order for it to work. How you decorate it, that's up to you. Who cares? You know, and no one could judge that. But, what was I getting at? I went a little off course for a second there. Oh, it's 100%. Both parties have to give 100%. You know, someday you can't, but you do your best to get to 100%. You just try to get, but if it's 50-50, that shit's just as doomed as once resentment sets in. Once you have resentment, you know, or contempt in your relationship, it's over. Once it becomes a partnership where it's 50-50, which that's why I can't get. I mean, look in the dictionary and read what the word partnership means. That means I own part and you own part. It's a partnership. So I don't understand why women would want to get into a partnership with the dude. That means they're getting less of the dude. They're actually biting themselves in the ass because, well, I'm going to do this as my role and you're going to do that as your role. Okay, well, you're getting less of me. So that means I can get two of you because I'm going to give 100% of my life and I don't need anyone to pat me on the back. So you're giving me 50, I need someone else who's giving me 50. Is that okay with you? Can I have two? Because I'm giving 100%. When I commit, I'm freaking committed. So if I'm giving 100% and you're only giving 50, that means I get two. Right? Isn't that correct math? Or is my math messed up? I don't know. I'll cook dinner if you change the oil in the SUV. Yeah. Oh, you saw Pink Floyd at the end. Ooh, I know that Coliseum. And I saw Pink Floyd, The Wall, when I was a kid. at Madison Square Garden. I was like a child. And I was just like, whoa, and the hammers came out. Yeah, that was cool. At Madison Square Garden. Alright, what else we got? Exactly, Karen. Bang, you nailed it, Karen W. My husband works full time. I do the laundry, the cooking, the dishes. So, oh my God, that dirty word. Could you possibly? Are we allowed to say that word? Housewife? Oh my God. That's freaking awesome. Anyway. Best profession. Mother and a housewife. What is more important than that? Going to a 9-to-5 job? Working for the man? Busting your ass? You know, going out in the world? Why? The most important thing a woman could do is be a mother and, you know, care for a home, you know, and a family. Holy cow, that's like the epitome. Why is that so denigrated? Like, no, you gotta go work for the man. You gotta go work for a man who's paying you, not a man who's not paying you, that loves you and shares your bed. Why did that become more important? That's a hot, but now, like, even women raising children is a frickin' side hustle. I keep saying that, it's a frickin' side hustle. Most women nowadays treat their kids like they're a side hustle. They're just something that happened along their career path. My kids are my side hustle. Why is that? Why is like keeping a home and a family? Like, why is that considered like dirty or beneath people? Is being a good husband beneath a man still? Why is a man still expected to be traditional? What was a man? Well. Honey, you should be the one painting the house. I don't do that shit. That tradition left. You do it. You know? Oh, honey, I think someone broke into the house. Why don't you go look to? No, that's a past. That's old-fashioned. That the men should go and take care of stuff like that, like burglars and stuff. You do that. You know, you're more powerful than me. Why does men still hold traditional roles? Men should pay. Men should go see what goes bump in the night. Men should do this. Men should do that. But women do whatever the actual F they want, except, you know, God forbid, a housewife. Damn. A domestic goddess. Yeah. Yeah, and what does the dude do in return, you know? Remember what I said about, like, okay, when a dude is like fixing a pipe, he's repairing a gutter on the house, he's changing a tire, aren't you women getting a little like, you know, doesn't that like spark you, you know, on an emotional and a sexual level? Doesn't that a bit of a turn on? You know, you see a man doing manly shit with his hands, even if he's hanging a picture, you get like all like, my man's hanging a picture. And your feminine energy comes out. You know? And the same thing, I forgot to say that the other night, the same thing happens with dudes. You know, when a woman is in her feminine energy, a male response, whether we can help it or not, is to go deeper into our more masculine energy. So when a woman's being soft and, you know, have just in her feminine energy around you, you become more like, you know, you become more the man you were meant to be. As a husband, as a whatever, lover, as a spouse, as a boyfriend, as a whatever terminology you want to use, you become better at it. You become, because suddenly you have a goal to be your best. I'm receiving like a photosynthesis synthesis thing. I'm receiving all this feminine energy that's coming into me right now. And you just like, you want to live up to it. You want to live up to that level of feminine energy. You don't want to live up to boss babe energy. Some chick comes at you with boss babe energy. It's almost like two magnets, north and north. It's just like, whoa, I don't want to dick measure with you. You know, that's not doing anything to bring me up. That's not doing anything that's leading me to be the best man I possibly can for you or for myself. With that boss babe energy, the feminine energy, it's just like, give me more, give me more. And then you want to be the best you possibly can to deserve it and earn it. I want more of that feminine energy. You know? That boss babe energy is fucking repulsive. You know? It's just like, even the softest freaking soy boy out there is still repulsed, you know? What do you want to do? You know? We're just like, ugh, it's creepy. It's freaking creepy energy. It doesn't inspire a man to be his best. Unless you're one of those dudes who are like, happy wife, happy life. Yes, dear. Like all this rom-coms and the sitcoms try to brainwash the men to think. Which is no, happy husband is the best way to go. Oh, a happy wife, happy life? What? You unscrewed yours and gave it to her, and she screwed it in. Now she's got the wearing the pants. That's gonna be a happy life for who? For who? It's unnatural. No, keep your husband happy, and then he'll feel inspired. He'll be like, holy shit, this woman counts on me. She depends on me. She loves me. She desires me. She trusts me. And I have to do whatever it takes to frickin' earn that and live up to it. That's what happens. And what are women doing in return? Boss babe. I don't need no man. All right. See you in Vietnam. But I'm digressing all over the place. That was an interesting conversation. I work 7 days a week. My wife gets all the money, take care of me and 3 kids. Nothing wrong with that. Well, have input in the finances. That's all I'm gonna say. That would be my only tweak in that whole thing. You know, I wouldn't turn over the income per se. I would have some energy in it. I would have some input. If you trust, that's cool that you trust it. That's freaking awesome. It freaks me out a bit when women think being too feminine. Yeah, I know, Kevin, right? That's what I'm getting at. You know, women think, signal check. Women think that, like, feminine it's like a dirty word now. It's like, it's a dirty word. It's a dirty word. It's like a little weakness. And look at everything that's out there. Oh, the 90-pound woman beats up all the Marines. And, like, every show on Netflix, I'm like, strong, independent woman. Controls everything. Strong independent woman. Strong independent woman. Strong independent FBI agent. Strong independent CIA agent. Strong independent captain of a starship. It's like, holy shit. Are they trying to eliminate us? You know, like, what's going on? What is going, like, they're brainwashing women into thinking they don't need a man, which is the biggest lie. It's the biggest lie ever, because you all need us, you know? Oh, but I know there's a plumbing company that has only women employees. Good luck fucking finding them. Until then, you need dudes to fix your plumbing, and you're paying them. What are you talking about? I don't need any man. As they drive a car built by men, as they're in a house built by men, as they're at a job getting paid by men, but we don't need no men. What? Why is that considered bad? You know, how far society has slipped. But there's a reason for it. Because the one who resides downstairs with the two horns on his head is up to shenanigans. Alright, we gotta do an outside check real quick. We gotta see if we get connection outside. Hit me with a couple more questions. I'm still into it. Feminine energy is the best energy. Yeah, I mean, exactly. That we're gonna talk about that too. I mean, the commercials that are on TV now, especially when it comes to freaking people who share my skin color. Like, the dudes are always like these suck-ass pussies, you know, who are like kowtowing to everyone. They're always the fool. It's like, what are they trying to say? You know, I don't know anyone. I mean, I do. I look around here and I can see, you know, plenty of dudes that fall into that category, you know, that kowtow to everyone. But, you know, what is the messaging? You know, men are weak, men are stupid, men are fools. Men can't do anything without us. Men are this, men are that, men are this. What? On what frickin' planet? Alright. I gotta do something real quick. I'm putting my stuff away. You know, men are always the laughing stock now, especially white frickin' dudes. I mean, granted, a lot of white dudes are frickin' feminine AF. There's no getting away from that. You know, a lot of people who look like me are pretty frickin' feminine these days, but still. Coffee. Oh, so someone wanted to see the Faraday or the standard so a woman could pass a test of carrying bricks or something. Then did you get there because of what? Because I can do what a man did, but if they lowered the test, if you only have to carry 10 bricks and he has to carry 40, are you really equals now? Or is it you just want preferential treatment? You know, we have to have a discussion. Is it preferential treatment or is it equality that we're after? I saw myself blinking. I was like, where is that coming from? I thought someone was lighting me up with a laser. That actually got inside my head. I thought someone was like pointing a laser at me. You know, getting ready to pew-pew me. But my freaking O-light was going off. Go figure. That was weird. Alright. I got all my stuff. Go figure, David. You mean biologically a woman cannot impregnate another woman? Wow. That's radical. That's why I like doing these AMAs, because I just never know what path we're gonna go down. I mean, obviously, we're at 82 viewers, so effectively, I pissed off a lot of people, but whatever. Whatever, the truth sucks, don't it? You know, that's all I gotta say about that. Alright, let's go see stuff. A bunk. Alright, I'm gonna put this in the pocket for a second. I mean, isn't like the misandry, well, now everyone's gone. The misandry that takes place, you know, that's the opposite. Everyone always talks about misogyny, but misandry is, you know, like the men hating aspect of it. All right. Where's Bro? I gotta hook Bro up with some cash. Hold everything. I don't know where it went. I mean, I hate to just like walk out and shit without like greasing it, dude. He did went and get my coffee and all that. Da 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 do 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 do. It's weird. This place is cleared out like it was a fire drill or something. Yikes. I guess I can get them next time, or tomorrow night when we're out, I'll come in and grease the dude. And I'm not going to leave it there. Someone's going to friggin' scoff it. Scoff it the F up. Well, let's go outside for a second. He'll probably be back by then. Alright, you ready to see if we still have internet connectivity outdoors? This should be fun. I'm literally gonna shut off Wi-Fi. Bam. Alright, you ready? Here we go. No freaking way. 7.6 megabits. 6.3. Alright, yeah, I think we're gold. It would have ganked by now. We are gold. Internet has been restored to Las Vegas. Yes. I'm so happy now. I'm literally happy. I'm literally stoked. That is freaking awesome. Yeah, it's only been. I think I got a raw deal when they gave me a $75 credit for my downtime. Because my bill is like $300 and something. I should ask for half of that. I want another $75. Because, yeah. It's been 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks. It's been able to do this, walk around. Untethered. Feels good. Here come Rod Stewart. Bonk. Oh. The light definitely helps. See? Let me not make fun of people. This does look nice, though. Right? It looks good. Let me watch. Let's tweak it a second. Let's get the whole experience. Get the whole Vegas nighttime experience. Look at the moon. That's kind of what I say. All right, I'm really, really happy about this. It's been so long. A spine summit. What is a spine summit? A summit of spines. Oh, look. So when these things become self-aware, this is what's going to come and get you. Hello, has your robot become self-aware yet? No. Okay. I don't know.
I just ran right now.
Oh, okay. You saw me coming, you're like, oh, he's probably watched Terminator 50 times. That's crazy.
Yeah. So Rich Tech Robotics is the company that this robot is from. And then he can be programmed to be a bartender as well and regular barista as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat.
But he's just like on display right now. He's stretching his joints.
Oh, that's what that is. Just doing his thing and
Yeah.
no weapons on him or anything. No ray guns. No. Okay, cool. I like it.
He's just I like to say, very expensive family drink.
Yeah.
For a family, yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it. You have a good night.
Me too.
I gotta come by and have the Terminator make me a drink one day. Yeah, I think he has rockets. I think he'd F you up. Where are we going? Alright, I'm gonna walk in the side door. Let's do that. Ooh. I gotta go see a man about a horse. Ain't gonna lie. I gotta catch up with Holmes later, though. I feel weird, like not duking the guy some buckos. That's a cool little section down there.
Is that right?
Fabulous. It's fabulous. That was fun. I love AMA Day. But I think I might cut down AMAs to once a month on the YouTube channel, and then do them more on my own streaming channel. Link in the description. Get notified when it goes live. Bror Fredrik, raw and uncensored. Because YouTube and a lot of my audience isn't appreciating the cross-pollination. Especially YouTube, the audience there. I mean, I respect people who are just on the channel for Vegas-related stuff. I get it. I respect that. It's so beautiful out. It's probably like 55, 57 maybe. It's gorgeous. The Gulf of Nita. They're putting a new Walking Dead on AMC. I don't have AMC. I'm gonna have to wait for someone to put that out on some other channel. That's kind of beat. Beatness has been achieved. Yep, I think we're good for tomorrow night. I'll tell you that much. I go a normal Saturday night, go hoofing around, maybe 2-3 hours easy. I'm psyched. And Chris and Nat are in town. I'll probably run into them too. That'll be awesome. Bonk. Hold everything. Want to make sure. Oh, yeah, it's holding up. I mean, even over here, I'm pulling 5.8 megabits. That's pretty freaking strong. It's strong. All right, people. So that was a fun AMA. Tomorrow night, Saturday night, we're gonna go walking around, doing all the stuff, doing all the things we haven't been able to in the past 2 weeks. So I'm excited about that, and I'm also looking forward to seeing you guys, because you guys are my extended family, and even you new people. So yeah, one last time, I'm gonna invite you to like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell button to get notified when I do this again, which is at least 5 times a week. And if you want to support the channel, do the links down there, or at least go check them out. Especially for my new platform, especially for the Broad Nation Get Together 2024. Coming up fast. Fast. A little more than 2 months. Alright, people. Love you guys. And on that note, Bror Fredrik out.